Hello to you all. This is Oromia Broadcasting Network News. I'm Thomas Kamulato with the latest story of the hour. The 11th Congress of the Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front, EPRDF, held in Hawassa town has been concluded by electing Dr. Abiy Ahmed as chairperson and Demek Emekonnen as deputy chairperson of the front with a landslide win. The Congress has elected Dr. Abiy Ahmed as chairperson of the front with 176 votes of the 177 voters, and Demek Emekonnen as a deputy chairperson of the coalition with 149 votes. Representatives of sister political parties of the different countries who have attended the 11th Congress of EPRDF held the progress of Ethiopia is making. Suri Chakabanisha has more on that.
The Chinese ambassador to Ethiopia, ambassador of China to this great country, Ethiopia. I'm very much impressed with this Hawassa Industrial Park. I think it's a showcase of the success of Ethiopia's industrialization process. So in this industrial park, we have seen so many factories, basically textile industries, and it itself is a supply chain. I mean, it's a manufacturing chain starting from the yarns to fabric to the garment. I think it's a good example of the successful cooperation between China and Ethiopia, and it's also a very good example of the tripartite cooperation, that is between the developing countries and the developed countries. I understand there are US companies involved like PVH. They are coordinating the production of so many factories. So very much impressed, and they provide jobs for many Ethiopians, and also it's a very environmentally friendly kind of cooperation, zero image, very successful, zero pollution, and a very good kind of treatment of the sewage.
Titor Taremana. I'm a senator in Rwanda and a member of the ruling party in the executive committee, national executive committee. I came here for a conference, but of course we came here to see this industry, this complex of industry for exporting, especially for exporting. And in this industry for exporting the textile is very interesting because it is combined in one area. In an area when you look around, which is going to make this region develop and go up and so on. And in a nice environment that is found here. That's the particularity I see.
Humphrey Polepole. I am the Publicity and Ideology Secretary for Chama cha Mapinduzi from Tanzania. I think this is a very important project. It has been structured in the manner that the people in Ethiopia, and particularly here in Hawassa, are not only getting employed here. Over 60,000 people have their jobs created by this project, but also there's exports of products from this industrial park that brings foreign currency to Ethiopia. But also with the level of technology that is here, Ethiopia now enjoys, technology transfer, skills development, because the Habeshans that are working here, retain the knowledge of how the machines are working here, how the garments are made and that are meant to be exported. So it is a very successful project from what I have seen.
These are of the first grade and jobs, technologies, management skill. So I do believe that this is a very good example of our bilateral cooperation. And only a month ago, there was a very successful meeting, China-Africa Economic Cooperation Forum, Beijing Summit, and a lot of follow-up works. So we are looking forward to expand our cooperation and to play a role in your industrialization process, in your growth and transformation plan, the execution of this GTP. Thank you.
The European Culture and Tourism Bureau called on the public to make a Recha celebration of Malkatete at Burayu area peaceful. Deputy head of the Bureau, Kabere Desisa, has told our reporter Anwar Khalil the following.
We are going to celebrate the Malkatete Recha, and I wish happy celebration of Malkatete. Recha of Malkatete the next Sunday, and my message is to repeat the grace we had in Bishoftu, and the cultural, the originality of Recha maintained there, and my message to the people, the girls of Recha of Malkatete in Burayu must be similar with that of Bishoftu, and hosting the Bagada flags without making it a political competition arena. It must be repeated, and the world must watch us. How much we are peaceful, how much we are concerned for our culture and religion, how much we care for it, and the potential to make Recha one of the World Heritage must be ensured. So we must repeat what we have done at Bishoftu.
Welcome back. Now news from abroad. The 2018 Nobel Peace Prize has gone to campaigners against rape in warfare, Nadia Murad and Denis Mukwege. Mr. Murad is an Iraqi Yazid who was tortured and raped by Islamic State militants and later became the face of a campaign to free the Yazid people. Dr. Mukwege is Congo's gynecologist who, along with his colleague, has treated 10,000 of victims. Some 331 individuals and organizers who nominated for the prestigious Peace Award this year. The winners, announced in the Norwegian capital Oslo on Friday, won the award for their efforts to end the use of sexual violence as a weapon of war. Berit Andres, the Nobel Committee chair, said. Ms. Murad, 25, endured the 3 months as a sex slave at the hands of Islamic State IS militants. She was bought and sold for several times and subjected to sexual and physical abuse during her captivity. She became an activist for the Yazid people after escaping IS in November 2014, campaigning to help put an end to human trafficking and calling on the world to take a tougher line of rape as a weapon of war. She was awarded the Václav Havel Human Rights Prize by the Council of Europe in 2016 and called for the International Court to judge crimes committed by the IS in her acceptance speech in Strasbourg. Mr. Murad, the first Iraq to win the award, was named the UN's first Goodwill Ambassador for survivors of the human trafficking later that year. Dr. Mukwege, meanwhile, he has spent decades helping rape victims in Democratic Republic of Congo. He was operating at his hospital when he heard the news, according to Norwegian newspaper VG. The BBC reported. Thank you so much for joining us. That's all for now. Have a nice time.